And today, Republican turned Democrat Geoff Duncan launched his ground campaign for governor.
That's right. The former lieutenant governor was among traditional Democrats today making his case for this nomination. 11 Live's Doug Richards reports on how Duncan is changing the dynamic for next spring's primary.
Yeah, Geoff, great to see you.
A former Republican entering traditionally Democratic turf, Geoff Duncan got comfortable inside a southeast Atlanta coffee shop.
I'm Geoff.
Hi, Geoff. It's so nice.
Same time, I played baseball at Georgia Tech from 93 through 96.
In 2020, Duncan was the Republican lieutenant governor of Georgia who took an unusually public stand against then-President Donald Trump when Trump, without evidence, hotly disputed the election result in Georgia. Duncan declined to run for re-election in 2022, then left the GOP.
The brains behind the operation.
This is my wife.
I'm Geoff.
During his coffee shop visit, Duncan passed below a mural showing Democrats like John Lewis and Stacey Abrams, and Keisha Lance Bottoms, whom Duncan will face in the Democratic primary for governor.
It's abundantly clear that women deserve the right to choose.
Duncan says he has adapted his stances on abortion rights, on expanding Medicaid in Georgia, and on guns closer to those of traditional Democrats.
That's the lens I look through. I stand with the 90% of Georgians who want to have universal background checks. I stand with the 85% that want to have red flag laws.
Duncan will also face Democrats Michael Thurmond, Jason Estevez, and Derek Jackson. But Duncan will likely be the only former Republican in the governor's race critical of Donald Trump.
I'm not surprised to see someone that has some character switching from a party that has lost its way.
I've worked as hard as anybody in this state against pushing back against Donald Trump and his toxic, visceral leadership style that's corroding every nook and cranny of this entire country.
Yes, it was cool. Look, I'm not afraid to talk to anyone.
Duncan will face challenges getting Georgia Democrats to nominate him, but he claims to be their best hope against a Republican next fall. Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.